Hello and welcome. Today we will be looking at, first and foremost, overcoming your losses, then talk about effective focus while practicing. With Halo Reach in the last month of its life cycle, I'm trying to focus these tip videos towards general all-around mental tactics that will hopefully aid you in whatever game you are playing, even in Halo 4. With that said, I have two gameplays today. The first is a oddball on Prisoner that I took from yesterday afternoon's stream. I will be streaming Halo every Thursday afternoon over on the Halo Zone stream. And I am also going to be streaming regularly on my own Twitch, free-for-all practice sessions with some replay analysis tossed in there to make the stream a bit more beneficial. On to today's video, overcoming losses to help you play better, which really revolves around overcoming your harmful emotions. Many players allow their emotions to control the way they play and their focus. In the StarCraft world, letting your cognitive thoughts rule over your emotions is a necessity. You'll play many matches of Halo in your career. Understanding this fact is imperative, that you must remain calm during these practice games. There will be many games where you play poorly and it will feel like the entire loss was on your shoulders, or perhaps a clutch play that could have determined the match you choked on. If you allow losses or moments of bad play to cloud your judgment with frustration, you will continue to play poorly and progress into a worse state of mind. Halo is a cognitive reaction-based game where strategic thinking is required. If you allow a loss or a certain factor within the game to get you angry, then you will have an extremely hard time improving. Remember, confidence is critical at whatever level of play you are at. When you start losing and looking at the losses irrationally, i.e. getting frustrated and hating on yourself, it will diminish your play, and it will also diminish your chances of learning effectively. While on paper, this is easy to talk about, it's extremely hard to master. The top players in the world are masters at separating their emotions from their logical thought process. It is very difficult to take a bad game or a hard loss and to not be frustrated. But the goal within your practicing is to overcome this, to overcome these emotions that hold so many players back, including myself. I'm constantly trying to work on this trait, trying to avoid frustration when I play poorly. I find that practicing, and yes, more practicing, is about the easiest way to alleviate this stress. Let me give an example to help define this. Let's say I sit down to play about 3 hours of Halo, usually more than I normally do, but let's say I'm in full swing practice mode. 2 to 3 hours is a decent amount of playing. I'm 2 hours into my practice session. At this point, I feel extremely warmed up and know what I'm capable of. If I lose a match horribly at this juncture, I honestly will feel much less frustrated than if I only hopped on to play, let's say, 30 minutes. If I was only playing 30 minutes and lost 2 games before the 30-minute mark, I would feel frustrated, as I wouldn't have had the chance to validate in my mind that yes, I am indeed capable of playing this game well and successfully. By giving myself more time to practice, I give myself more chances to feel what my potential within the game is. Even if I'm losing matches, I understand that the more I practice, the more I will benefit. There are indeed other ways of detaching yourself from emotions that will harm your performance. Proper sleep and hydration are critical. If you're dehydrated, your mind won't operate at its peak. You need to have water ready to go. Remember to take care of yourself. It's fun to go on a 3 to 4 hour super session. However, Halo is a cerebral game. If you get tired or start losing focus, your abilities will decrease within the game. Try to rest well, eat right, and be happy. Trash talking is something that disrupts my emotional control immensely. I'm no stranger to the old internet, but if I get into a lobby with someone who is malicious or just over the top negative, I have an extremely hard time focusing on the match at hand. I know there are others who are less sensitive to this type of tactic, but what I have just settled on to overcome this is muting. In my FFA practice sessions, I literally just mute the whole lobby. Focus on your gameplay, and don't let others harass you into playing ineffectively. If you're on a team playing against another team, the same tactic is employable. Just keep the opposing team muted until after the match, or perhaps the entire time. Again, this is something I personally struggle with, but I'm working hard to ensure I don't let others interfere with my mental state. I say this next tip in almost every video targeted on improving gameplay. Watch your replays. I have become diligently good about this one by playing StarCraft 2. StarCraft 2 losses require you to go back to the replay to see what your opponent did and how you can best learn from this. In fact, I've found it to be very therapeutic in overcoming a loss. This transfers over to Halo directly when I lose a match significantly, or felt like I was just playing over the top poorly. I hop into the replay and watch it back. Not the entire thing, mind you, and I fast forward to the points of interest within the match, but when I do this, it's much easier for me to clearly say, oh well, I made a silly choice there. Missed that shot there. Shoot, should have grabbed the rockets there. Well, I guess that wasn't such a bad loss after all. I guess maybe there were a few things differently I should have done, but that wasn't as catastrophic as I thought it was. This attitude is the right way to look at your losses. Clear, objective viewpoint. You aren't there to tear yourself apart, but you are there to learn. Using your replays is a tool that will help you progress faster than any other tip I can give you. Finally, as we get near the end of the video, I implore you, the player, to explore the web and find the community websites. This is a thinking person's game. Pursue tips, tricks, and information just like you're doing right now by watching this video. I'm going to link a lot of other directors that I think are great Halo resources down in the description below. Not only are they strong resources for gameplay, information, tips, etc., a lot of these are just rad Halo people to follow within this community, and most likely will help you get your stoke on towards playing this game and encourage practicing towards Halo. If you have not, register and become active on the Halo Council forums. The site is a hub for Halo players and all things Halo, and is quickly becoming the center of the Halo players' internet database. You can discuss strategy on the forums, find teammates, stay up to date with the latest videos and streamers, all within this Halo Council community. I would strongly recommend you get on the forums and start using them. It's a great way, and if you have questions to ask, especially questions that perhaps you've been trying to get answers to for a long time, like strategies for a particular map, or you're looking for teammates to play game battles, or just looking for teammates to roll online with, that is the place that you need to go hang out. And the more you invest your time into learning the strategies of the game, the more fun you are indeed going to have. Well, I was going to have another gameplay at the end of this, and we were going to talk for about 6 or 7 minutes more, but looking back over my notes, we have covered virtually everything that I have to say. I could try and gild the lily and waste your time and do a lot of fluff, but I'd rather keep this video tight and keep the things I said in it clear in your head. So my name is BBK Dragoon. I'll finish it with a quick clip here on Arena Reflection. I hope that these tips help you in overcoming your losses. Remember that Halo is a completely thinking man's game, and that when you get frustrated and allow your emotions to control your gameplay, you're not going to play at the highest level possible. You're not going to practice at an efficient rate, and you're not going to be learning as quickly as possible. And as we all know, time is very precious, and when you play Halo, if you're like me, you want to get everything you can out of it. Yes, this is at the core of it a very fun game to play, but it becomes even more fun when you understand the tactics that are employable within the match. So let me know down below, do you like these tip videos? Are you enjoying, even though Halo 4 is not here and I'm not going into ridiculously specific things, are you enjoying these videos with the goal of improving you all as the players? Because I don't want to be boring you if that's the case. Anyway, my name is BBK Dragoon. You can check me out on my stream. Please be sure to check out all the lovely content people in the description below, and I will catch you next time. Have a good weekend. Cheers.